And over all these years that she's been taking them, of course, she has needed to get stronger and stronger and stronger medication because the others failed to work. So now she has to take medication just to get her body to properly have the movements it needs to get rid of the waste that builds up from eating. She's become, you can go to her cabinet. She's got all these pill bottles. She's got them all laid out of all the things that she has to take regularly. She's become so much tied into these things that she does not know what it is to live without it. So when I was talking to her, for the first time the other morning, I said, Mom, you don't look too good. She said, I don't feel very good. I just don't have energy or anything. I said, well, do you care if I pray for you? She said, no. Usually she'll say, no, that's okay. That's all right. This time she said, go ahead and pray for me. I don't mind. Don't mind at all. So I prayed for her. I didn't have no anointing oil with me, but I went through the motions I usually do, anointing the ears and the eyes, and she received. Praise the Lord. Now this is my mother. And if all the people would be skeptical, Jesus said, you know, a prophet's not without honor except among his own kind. She was not skeptical. She was open. She got this bewildered look on her face, like, I said, what'd you feel, Mom? She said, I don't know, but I felt something. Did you feel better? She said, yeah. She's kind of looking at me like, the whole time I'm sitting in her kitchen, kind of looking at me like, what did you do? Are you sure you're my son? You know, who came in the door here, stranger? And it's been, I don't know if it came out of the little conversation that we were having, but I was telling her, Mom, don't you understand that it's your spiritual health that dictates your mental health? And it all goes into the one point that usually gets down to the one spirit of fear that maybe we can't handle it today. I need a fix. I need something. And the devil has been multiplying that in her life so greatly that now she has all these pill bottles in her cabinet. And I would see these all the time. I go over there and I kind of shake my head. Now, it doesn't mean that my mother never believed in God. But in the time when I was a kid, it was popular to go to the psychiatrist and the psychologist, and they would kind of look at you and write out prescriptions. Sure, we can fix you up. Pills was known then as the Band-Aid for everybody's problems. Amen. God wasn't in that equation, but the little white pill was. And a lot of people bought into it. It became the era of the psychiatrist and the psychologist when I was a teenager. The campuses were blooming with this new thought of radical thinking. And of course, we've come to this point where we're at today. We have lost God somewhere in the mix. And we've become dependent on the world for our cures. That's horrible, isn't it? Think how much money a little bottle costs you when your insurance don't pick it up. If you don't have insurance, well, I guess you'll just have to get a bottle of aspirin and call the doctor in the morning. But there's all this floating around, you know, and it with anxiety, depression, nervous disorders, stress, all these stem from a troubled heart. Amen. All these stem from something that's not balanced in your own heart, the condition. Things that you've accepted to believe in some past experience that now dictates the way you feel. And your spiritual spiritual sense is still new to this, so you don't know how to grasp it. And there's a lot of troubled people who are in bondage to these emotions. You know, first time I experienced anxiety, never had it before, never had it since, but the first time I did experience it, never had panic attacks before, or anything that comes close to anxiety, except I had this horrible experience with this person, and every time I think of this person, I would start to shake. I would be where I couldn't hardly stand still, I couldn't sit down, my knees would start shaking, and I would just get so rattled I couldn't think. And it would always come from a trigger of whenever I would think of that incident concerning this person. It left such a horrible feeling of emotions that it started reacting on my flesh. And I'm sure probably, and when you all look back, when you think about where were you at when you first started getting things of hard circumstances heading you heavy, what was you thinking? What came into your mind? Since the human soul is so complex, and God's got his hardwire, and we're very complex, you start mixing chemicals, and you start messing with your body's natural chemistry that the Lord put in you, and you're playing with fire. And there's always side effects, isn't it? They always give that little writing at the bottom, this may be hazardous to your health in some way. Well, that's great to know. I can get rid of my headache and not bleeding to death. Makes a lot of sense. But that's what is happening. And it bothers me because I know there's a lot of people who are struggling with addictions of a lot of types. And like the cigarettes that you smoke, every little ring on that cigarette represents some chemicals that keep the tobacco burning pure. It would not burn on its own. It would go out. To get at that very fine ash, every ring on that cigarette is so many chemicals. And if you look at that stem of that white stem, you'll see a whole bunch of those little rings going out. You ever look at them?
Look at them under a black light.
There you go. So it shows you that you're automatically dumping chemicals into your body that's feeding, and it ain't no much different than a bottle of pills. It's the same response to the fix. And this is part of when it comes to deliverance from the bondage. Now you may not be an adulteress out there, and you may not be a kleptomaniac. You don't know what that means? But if you're in bondage to something, a kleptomaniac is somebody who gets their thrills from stealing. That doesn't mean that they need it. They just get the thrill from doing it. They get a high from it. They get a fix. And for those people who, whatever it may be, we often overlook the smaller things that it can be just as detrimental to us. Praise God that God's in the process of healing and forgiveness. Because we all are still babes in our understanding of what God expects and how he wants us to live and interact with us and take care of us. We're all still learning and growing. And I'm not condemning anybody that smokes. I'm just trying to bring out certain points of a lot of things.